deep down, we're all artists. We all start with a really uninhibited way of making art. And I think as we grow older, sometimes we have more constraints or we become more critical of ourselves. I think we're our own biggest critics as artists. And so I don't think there's any one way to be an artist. I'm Colleen Houston, and I work in community-based public art that supports artists of all ages and provides jobs for artists as young as 14. I was very active in the arts all through school. I was in the art club and in the photography club. I had a home darkroom. So if there was an art contest in school, a poster contest, I went after it. I think I just went after every opportunity that I could. I took every art class that I could. I even took classes outside of school, so there were classes available by the local art college, the Art Academy. And when I learned about a program called Artworks that started when I was a senior in high school, I jumped at the chance to work and have a job in the arts. And that was right when Artworks had begun in our community. So I got involved then. And then I went to college, and I was really interested in making a difference, and I didn't know what that meant. And my passions were art and the environment and community, and I designed my own degree in social and public art and did a lot of service projects, which included murals. I stayed in touch with Artworks. After school, I think education doesn't just live in the classroom, and so I think I'm a lifelong learner. So I continued to apprentice with different artists. Eventually found my way back to Cincinnati and started working for Artworks, and I've been there for 20 years. Artworks is an amazing nonprofit based in Cincinnati, focused on art and employment for artists. We started focusing on public art and launched a mural program that our city is now ranked the #1 city for street art. So we're really, really proud of that. And really the 20 years that have led up to this moment and all of the acknowledgement. But we've created so many jobs for artists along the way, and we've partnered with passionate civic leaders. And so it's been just the most rewarding work. So the great thing about Artworks is we are regional. We're not just focused on Cincinnati, we're also in Northern Kentucky, and we hire kids from Northern Kentucky. So I would encourage you to check out everything we have to offer. Consider getting a job at Artworks, apply. Again, starting at age 14 and up, there's so many amazing opportunities. And we do more than murals also. The murals just happen to be the most visible, large-scale examples of our work, but sometimes we'll create art for the airport, or we've done all of the art for the local convention center. We'll do art for Children's Hospital, libraries, the list goes on. And these days we're doing collaborations around performance, video, photography. There's more and more mediums to explore. So I would definitely encourage you to get involved. There's just nothing more rewarding than making art with others and building relationships and connections. And the connections that you build are so important, to nurture the relationships, because that might open up more doors for you in life. I would say so many mentors are significant, and you may not even know this yet, but they might write letters of recommendation for you for college, or be a reference for you for a future job interview, or contact you and let you know about a job opening. So, the adults around you are really important. So yeah, just every relationship that you can nurture, I highly recommend. If you want to build your skills in art, I think you just keep working at your art. These days, there are so many amazing tutorials online. So I think that there is a wealth of tutorials that weren't around when I was growing up. But I think the best way to learn, of course, is to be with people who really inspire you. So find teachers. If there's a teacher at your school who you're really inspired by, take all the classes that you can with them. If there are other classes that you can find in your community, there's a lot of amazing community art centers in our region. And then if there's an artist who you admire or really like in the community, you'd be amazed if you reach out to them. You might be able to build a relationship with them, interview them, do a studio visit, see their work up close. And I mean, even if they just spend an hour with you, that could be really an inspiring way to take your art to the next level. I think artists are naturally curious, and explore. And I think, kind of start making art and see where it leads. But I think my advice would be stay curious, find inspiration everywhere around you, go for walks, go to museums, go to libraries, wherever you find inspiration, and, cultivate a love of learning and find learning outside of the classroom, I think that's one of the best things. If you learn about something and you become really interested in it, it might lead to a new series of artwork that you want to make. If you can just write down your ideas or try to keep a journal or a sketchbook that you just are adding to a little bit every day, it keeps you in practice, and that creative practice can lead somewhere bigger. So continuing to work and hone your craft or what it's so important, and then dream big and set a big goal, work on a big project, enter a competition, just maybe have an art show. I mean, you don't need to be in an official gallery. You can have a home art show and invite everybody and sell your work. That can be really rewarding and build your confidence. So set a goal, dream big, stay curious, and keep learning, and work hard. I think the trick with being an artist is getting out of your own head a little bit, and that self-critic talk that can happen, and quieting that voice and just creating, because I think that's what can kind of hinder the creative process, is when people start to have self-doubt or say, I'm not good at art, or maybe it's not even yourself. Maybe there's, a teacher or a parent or somebody a sibling, who wasn't very nice, and it's that's not any good. Forget that. You have to really tune those voices out and listen to this deeper inner voice that has confidence and know that you're good, and stick with it and just continue to create. I think that is the key. It's not giving up. I think my advice is really just around continuing to do art every day, and every week, and really sketching or keeping a journal, writing down your ideas, thinking about a big project that you might like to try to do, be a little bit ambitious, and go after it. And it feels really good when you have a big dream and you can accomplish that.